Welcome back, everyone. I hope you're doing well today because the news I have for you is both exciting and historic. In a stunning late-night announcement, President Donald Trump revealed that dividend checks are already on their way to millions of Americans, and the details are catching the attention of citizens across the country just in time for the holiday season. That's right, the first wave of payments, dubbed the Warrior Dividend, is going to military service members, and the amount has a very special significance, $1,176, in honor of the founding of our great nation and its 250th birthday. For those who may have missed the announcement, last night Trump addressed the nation and outlined this initiative, making clear that the checks are in the mail and that service members will see this bonus hitting their mailboxes very soon. The symbolism of $1,976 is deeply rooted in American history, marking the year the United States declared independence, and now it's being celebrated with a tangible token of appreciation for the men and women who dedicate their lives to defending our freedoms. The announcement, which came just as December 18th rolled around, has already dominated headlines, capturing the excitement of the country in the final stretch leading up to Christmas. What's particularly remarkable is that this Warrior Dividend is just one part of a broader plan that President Trump is pushing forward. The president confirmed that in addition to these checks for service members, there are still $2,000 dividend payments planned for the general American public. These checks, often referred to as tariff dividend payments, are intended to provide relief to millions of Americans who have felt the pinch of rising costs in their everyday lives. It's a bold move from the White House, signaling a commitment to putting cash directly into the hands of citizens and acknowledging the economic challenges many families continue to face. As Trump stated during his address, these payments will be issued regardless of whether Congress fully cooperates, showing an intent to act decisively to ensure that Americans see tangible benefits without unnecessary delays. The president and his team have been exploring various mechanisms to make these payments possible, including potential administrative actions that could bypass traditional legislative hurdles. Now let's talk specifics about the Warrior Dividend for service members. The plan covers more than 1.45 million active duty and reserve military personnel, and the checks are non-taxable, meaning service members get the full benefit without any deductions. This includes approximately 1.28 million active duty members and around 174,000 reserve component members, all receiving the $1,176 bonus as a supplement to their regular housing allowance. Eligibility is defined for active duty members in pay grade 06 and below as of November 30th, along with reserve members on active duty orders of 31 days or more. This thoughtful planning ensures that those serving the nation at critical levels see immediate recognition for their sacrifices. The Department of War, under Secretary Pete Hegseth, emphasized that the payment is both a thank you from the American people and a recognition of the 250-year history of the United States military. The president himself remarked that no group deserves this more than our military personnel and pointed out that record enlistments have followed last year's historically low recruitment numbers, highlighting a dramatic turnaround in interest in service. The Warrior Dividend is meant to celebrate not only the soldiers' service, but also the resilience and growth of the military as a whole. In addition to this immediate military bonus, the White House is preparing for larger tariff dividend payments set to reach the broader population. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent has provided insight into the potential eligibility criteria for these $2,000 dividend checks. The goal is to provide relief to the middle and lower-income Americans who have been impacted by the rising costs of everyday necessities, while also creating an economic stimulus effect that could benefit the nation as a whole. While the exact distribution process has yet to be fully outlined, indications are that Americans earning below $100,000 annually could qualify, ensuring that the payments reach the majority of families who need financial support. Trump himself confirmed that the payments would exclude high-income individuals, making this initiative a targeted effort to bolster financial stability for millions of households. Analysts estimate that if this $100,000 cap is applied, approximately 120 million Americans would be eligible, and the total cost could reach around $240 billion, underscoring the massive scale of this initiative. The timing of these dividend checks is especially critical as we approach the holiday season and look ahead to 2026. President Trump highlighted that these payments, combined with the recently passed One Big Beautiful Bill, are expected to generate the largest tax refund season in American history. This comprehensive legislation, which consolidated 12 separate bills, introduces sweeping tax reforms, including no taxes on tips, no taxes on overtime, and the exemption of Social Security for seniors. Families stand to save anywhere between $11,000 and $20,000 annually under these new provisions, creating one of the most generous and impactful financial packages in decades. The combination of the Warrior Dividend and these broader tax benefits is being presented as a cornerstone of the Trump administration's economic strategy, aimed at stimulating consumer confidence and rewarding Americans for their contributions to society. During his address, Trump emphasized the historic nature of the Warrior Dividend, noting that it is being delivered at a moment when the military is experiencing record enlistment, a dramatic turnaround from the previous year's recruitment challenges. The timing is also symbolically significant, coinciding with the 250th anniversary of the founding of the United States. The administration has framed this payment as a direct acknowledgement of the sacrifices military service members make daily and their critical role in upholding the freedoms and values that define the nation. Secretary Hexa further highlighted that this dividend is part of a broader initiative to improve the quality of life for military personnel and their families, reinforcing the administration's commitment to rebuilding and strengthening the armed forces. Turning back to the $2,000 tariff dividend checks, the White House is actively exploring multiple methods to ensure these payments reach Americans, even if Congress does not take immediate action. While specifics remain somewhat vague, it is clear that the administration is committed to delivering on this promise. The tariff dividend payments are framed as a way to give back to Americans after a period in which widespread tariff policies affected the cost of goods nationwide. For many families, a $2,000 payment could provide a critical buffer against rising expenses for groceries, utilities, and other necessities. Economic advisors are reportedly reviewing different mechanisms, including tax reductions, to efficiently distribute these funds and maximize their impact. While there are questions about the logistics and long-term feasibility, the intent behind these payments is unmistakably clear: to provide timely financial relief to as many Americans as possible. As we look toward 2026, there is a sense of optimism tied to these financial initiatives. The president himself suggested that the upcoming year could be one of the strongest economic years in recent memory. Combined with tax cuts, dividend payments, and broader economic policies, these measures are designed to boost consumer confidence and stimulate spending across multiple sectors. For individuals and families, these announcements represent a rare moment of financial certainty amidst ongoing economic challenges. Whether it is through immediate bonus payments for service members or larger rebate checks for the general population, the administration is signaling a commitment to direct action aimed at improving the economic well-being of Americans. In practical terms, service members will see the Warrior Dividend in their bank accounts or mailboxes very soon, before December 20th. The excitement surrounding this initiative is palpable, and social media is already abuzz with reactions from military families expressing gratitude and sharing their anticipation. The $1,176 bonus not only carries historical significance, but also serves as a tangible reminder of the government's recognition of their dedication and service. Meanwhile, Americans awaiting the broader $2,000 tariff dividend payments will need to stay tuned as the White House finalizes eligibility criteria and distribution mechanisms. With the administration actively communicating its plans and engaging with financial experts, there is cautious optimism that these payments will reach those who need them most. The economic strategy accompanying these dividends is also significant. The One Big, Beautiful Bill that underpins many of these payments represents a historic consolidation of legislative efforts, combining multiple tax reforms into a single, comprehensive package. By removing taxes on tips, overtime, and Social Security for seniors, the bill seeks to increase disposable income for millions of Americans. Combined with the projected $2,000 tariff dividend checks, this strategy aims to bolster consumer spending and stimulate economic growth in 2026. Experts suggest that these measures could have far-reaching effects, not only providing immediate financial relief, but also setting the stage for sustained economic expansion in the coming year. It's worth noting the symbolic resonance of these initiatives as well. By linking the Warrior Dividend to the year 1776, the administration underscores a commitment to honoring the nation's history while providing tangible benefits to those serving in its defense. This narrative reinforces the idea that economic policy and national pride can work hand in hand, creating a sense of shared purpose and celebration. Additionally, the emphasis on service members' welfare and recognition aligns with broader messaging aimed at strengthening public trust in government initiatives and highlighting achievements in military recruitment and retention. For the American public, these developments offer both immediate and long-term implications. Households receiving the $2,000 tariff dividend checks will find a meaningful boost to their financial stability, particularly as costs for basic necessities continue to rise. Meanwhile, the combination of tax reforms and targeted payments signals a proactive approach to economic management that could influence spending patterns, savings behavior, and overall consumer confidence. Analysts are closely watching how these payments will impact the economy, with particular interest in how effectively the funds are distributed and how quickly recipients will put them to use in their local communities. As the holiday season approaches, the timing of these announcements adds another layer of significance. Millions of Americans will benefit from both immediate financial relief and a renewed sense of optimism for 2026. Service members, in particular, are receiving recognition that goes beyond symbolic gestures, as the warrior dividend represents a tangible acknowledgement of their sacrifices. Families across the nation are taking note, with discussions about the upcoming tariff dividend payments sparking widespread interest and speculation about the mechanics of distribution, eligibility, and the overall economic impact. In conclusion, the combination of the warrior dividend and the forthcoming $2,000 tariff dividend payments represents a historic moment in American economic policy. Service members are being directly rewarded for their dedication, while millions of Americans are poised to receive meaningful financial support that could alleviate some of the pressures caused by rising costs. The administration's efforts to ensure these payments reach citizens, regardless of legislative hurdles, highlight a commitment to delivering tangible results and creating a sense of economic security. As we move into 2026, the implications of these measures will continue to unfold, and staying informed about eligibility, timelines, and distribution methods will be critical for anyone hoping to benefit. For now, the excitement is building, the checks are on the way, and Americans everywhere are taking note of these unprecedented financial initiatives as the country prepares for a historic year ahead. Whether you are a service member receiving the warrior dividend or a family anticipating the $2,000 tariff dividend checks, there is plenty to watch and discuss in the coming months. The combination of historic symbolism, immediate financial relief, and broader economic reforms makes this a unique moment in American history, and one that will likely be remembered for years to come. With 2026 on the horizon, the stage is set for a potential surge in consumer confidence, economic growth, and national pride. Stay tuned, stay informed, and make sure to follow all updates as these initiatives roll out, because this is a story that will continue to develop and impact millions of Americans in significant ways. The checks are on the way, the plans are ambitious, and the anticipation is palpable. Don't miss a moment of it.